Colts Nation, if helmets or helmet accessories interest you, make sure to go to greengridiron.com and use code INDSYN at checkout to get the discount code with it. Whether it's mini helmets, full-size helmets, visors, clips, whatever it may be, different face masks, different variations of helmets, alternate helmets, whatever the case, you can get it at Green Gridiron. And again, that's code INDSYN at checkout for the discount. Thanks for stopping by for another video, and now let's get into it. What's going on, Colts Nation? I appreciate you joining me for another video where today we're going to talk a little bit more about free agency, right? Same thing we went over yesterday where we talked about your guys' choice for the quarterback competition. Who'd you guys want, right? And who did I want? I obviously picked Marcus Mariota, but a large portion of the votes were for Justin Fields. I believe 69% was the final tally there out of 300-something votes. I actually have it right in front of me. Let me check. No, I'm sorry. 232 votes. Justin Fields got 69% of the vote, whereas Marcus Mariota got the least at 7%. So as we move on here, I want to talk a little bit about the running back position. We need to do something behind Jonathan Taylor. Of course, Jonathan Taylor is one of the best backs in the league. Top 3 in rushing once again. I mean, especially after that Denver game. I mean, still had over 100 yards in the Denver game despite, the mistake that he made. But after that point, I mean, just incredible finish to the season and showed that he's still Jonathan Taylor. We can expect him to continue to be his old dominant self, but just getting somebody behind him. If he does miss games, right, that ankle bothers him again at some point in the 2025 season, you want a suitable backup. Tyler Goodson gets re-signed. He's going to be on the team presumably, which is okay. He's had to come in. He's had to play. Obviously, the way 2023 ended left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouth, including myself. But nonetheless, when he gets in the game, like, he has an explosive ability to him. He can play in the pass game. But when it comes down to it, if you can get somebody more dynamic to go with Jonathan Taylor and to be somebody who can come in the game and like Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, that's what I'm thinking, right? Which is why Kareem Hunt's an option. He's an option that if we got him, I wouldn't be mad, right? The options here were the 2025 NFL Draft, Aaron Jones, Kareem Hunt, or Khalil Herbert. Those were the options that I came up with. 3 running backs in free agency, or hey, we go to the draft. I wouldn't be mad about going to the draft. I think that's probably the best avenue with the level of talent at the running back position that you could possibly get in the second round or the third round. I mean, be able to go pick those guys up. But, I also, if we didn't go in the draft, if we had to pick from Aaron Jones, Kareem Hunt, Khalil Herbert for price and for utility, I would think Kareem Hunt. Now, Kareem Hunt, very good chance he tries to get signed back with the Chiefs, where he started his career, right? He was loyal to the Browns when he went there, and I'm sure the Chiefs, with as effective as he was able to be, he was a big part of them continuing to win, even when Isaiah Pacheco was out. So if they can keep that 1-2 punch, I assume Chiefs are going to try to do that. Kareem Hunt probably has interest to do that, but if that doesn't happen, I'd be fine with that. Aaron Jones is going to cost too much. Khalil Herbert, up and down, just a little uncertain. Somebody I've been a fan of, but somebody that, went somewhere else other than the Bears and wasn't able to be a starter. So Kareem Hunt is a good option for me, but the overwhelming favorite for Colts Nation out of 248 votes, NFL Draft, the 2025 NFL Draft gets 65% of the vote. And that's honestly a lot of these. We're very lopsided with you guys. I'm trying to pick out the best choices I can. And a lot of Colts Nation has seemed to lock in on the same people. And in this instance, the same group, right? The 2025 NFL Draft. And I just think that would be a very acceptable choice, right? Of course, everybody's going to mention Scatterboo. There's Genty. But then everybody after that. And I haven't gotten into my draft prep completely, so I don't know all the running backs. I've just heard so many people say, hey, there are a bunch of running backs. So that's something I'm going to do a lot of homework on and say, who are the running backs? Which ones do I think are really going to be effective in the NFL? Which ones do I think have star potential? Which ones do I think are going to be a great complement to Jonathan Taylor and being able to come in as that number 2, relieve some stress from Jonathan Taylor? If Jonathan Taylor goes down, hey, do we have a running back we feel confident with stepping in the game? again, this draft could very easily be a draft where we see, the next batch, the next great batch of running backs to come into the NFL, right? It's usually like, you get one in a class, maybe two in a class. But I think the NFL is going in a way, in football in general, really starting to go back in a way where running backs are valuable. Right. And I think that was proven this year with what running backs were able to do. They changed teams, and the teams that they go to, like, they changed those teams and they changed the fortune of those teams. Obviously, Saquon going to Philly, the biggest example, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. It's just the examples of running backs being relevant is going up. So I think teams are going to start to value the running backs more. Hey, this is a playmaker. These are guys we can lean on when it comes time to win a Super Bowl. These are guys that we're going to need to be healthy, so that we can have a workhorse that we can depend on to pick up that first down, to make a guy miss and get into the end zone, or make a guy miss, pick up that crucial, 8 yards to get us in a third and manageable on a second down after we took a sack on first down. Like, it's just the running back. Again, I think football, getting back to tough-nosed football, at least a little bit of a hybrid of that, right? Again, there's so many RPOs being run, and you have so many running quarterbacks. I think that evolution was always going to happen. Now, there is the fact that these young running quarterbacks are going to start, hey, I can't be the prototypical running quarterback that can't throw. These guys are going to be able to start doing it all, and then we're going to be in an era where, holy cow, I can't believe this is football. And we're on our way there, very quickly on our way there. Like, what some of these guys do is incredible. Josh Allen being the leader of that. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes, very mobile, underrated from a mobility standpoint. But a lot of what, Mahomes' magic is being mobile, being able to throw on the run. And I think as the game continues to progress that way, and back into that way, I think it's more important to have more than one running back on the team that you think you can depend on. And again, Tyler Goodson has been fine in his role with the Colts, but I just think we're more at a point where you need new blood. You need new blood. Again, whether it's Aaron Jones, which, again, highly unlikely. Seems like there's a situation where he does end up back with the Vikings. Khalil Herbert, again, I would not be mad about Khalil Herbert coming to the Colts. I think he's a good player. Somebody who was on a bad football team with the Bears and was still able to put up numbers. The situation with Cincinnati, I feel like, was more about continuity and things like that. It's weird. I didn't pay much attention to the Bengals throughout the season, but it was just weird that Khalil Herbert didn't get more of an. Chase Brown's good. I'm not saying he's not, but I just thought Khalil Herbert was going to get more run than he got. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with him. Where does his career go from here? But again, Kareem Hunt, man, just dependable. You know what you're getting with him. It's not like he has the explosiveness that he always had, but he's dependable. He's a tough running back. He's built well. He's strong. Has a strong lower body to be able to push a pile if he needs to. So I just think Kareem Hunt would be a really good balance to Jonathan Taylor. Kareem Hunt involved in the run game everywhere he goes. He's always been involved. Kareem Hunt involved in the pass game. Wherever he goes, he's always involved in the pass game. So that's another thing. And Jonathan Taylor could be more involved in the pass game. I've always wished he'd be more involved in the pass game. We just don't involve him in the pass game. I think it's more of a blocking thing than anything. But Kareem Hunt, good from that aspect, right? This is like what he does. He can put linebackers on their ass. So, we'll see what happens. Again, Kareem Hunt wouldn't be mad at it. Khalil Herbert wouldn't be mad. Aaron Jones, that's kind of a dream scenario. But 2025 NFL Draft is where Colts fans think we should go for a running back. You let me know your opinion. If you haven't had your opinion, you let me know your opinion. I'd love to hear from you guys, see what you guys are thinking. Has there been any new information? Is there anything else we should talk about from a backup running back standpoint? You guys just let me know down in the comment section. Of course, I appreciate you stopping by here for another video. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, so you get notified anytime any more content drops on this channel. Got plenty more of these videos coming out. Of course, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and go Colts.